Good morning, everyone. Oh gosh, excuse me, right off the bat. Today is Saturday, and we're asking what is hurting. Let's try this again. Words are really hard this morning, apparently. What is hurting me that needs to go? What needs a good clearing out? And finally, what have... Oh, wow, my handwriting is really bad in this one. Let me try this again. What have I lost and must regain? There we go. Number 4 is for meditative, for the meditative mind, for what do we want to kind of meditate on and kind of sort in our heads. And this is what we got. All right. What is hurting me that needs to go? Just a shot in the dark here. Any chance you got a narcissist in your life that's like not thinking about you at all and actually causing issues in your life at this point? Because that's what I'm getting off of this. There is a masculine energy, I'm going to say, that is definitely not doing you any favors right now and needs to go. I think that's pretty darn simple. But we'll move on. All right, number 2. What needs a good clearing out? Your brain, your head, your mind. I have a feeling this is probably going to incorporate a little bit later into the reading here too, but you've got some crazy mental stressors going on right now. Take a breath. Breathe. You will be okay. I know it is easier said than done. Sometimes, like when you get all sorts of worked up, you need a distraction before you can even get your brain to the point that you can calm down with nothing. I have a feeling, though, some meditative drums or Tibetan bowls. I mean, you can find that stuff on YouTube, no problem. They have those, that kind of music. There is something about that sound, or those sounds, both of them, that are very, just very meditative, and they hit deep in the soul, and I don't know why, but they are very good when you're trying to meditate and trying to like get your brain to like shut down long enough to calm down. Third card. What have I lost and must regain? There is... Man, why is the third card? This is the second time in a row that the third card has been so super complicated for me, because there's 2 different messages coming in at once again. The first one is you need to regain your courage. I suspect that has something to do with the person that's hurting you that needs to go. But the other is your mind and your sense of self. And this all leans towards like someone being super manipulative in your life. I mean, that's just the feeling I get, is that you don't trust your own mind anymore. And that's a scary thing to have. That's rough. So I would say regain your courage and regain your mind. Get control over your mind again, because you are not going crazy. What you experience is real. And sometimes, yes, you may seem crazy and you question whether or not your experience is real. Your body will tell you. Your body will, like you... I'm gonna try to explain this as best I can. When you are stressed out, or when you interact with something that stresses you out, try and notice how your body responds. Do your shoulders tense up? Do you find yourself kind of trying to protect your heart, like kind of curling your shoulders in, trying to protect your heart, protect your chest there? It could be other things too. You might find yourself getting a headache every time you're around the person or the situation. You might find yourself like grinding your teeth or clenching your fists and not even realizing it. Your body will tell you when there is an interaction that is not good for you. So make note of that and try to pay attention while you're interacting with others this week. Just, especially today, notice how your body is responding to things. The last card is number 4. Number 4, what are we looking at? Matter for the meditative mind. This is standing up for yourself, and it's interesting because if you look at this card, if you can see, hopefully, she has a loudspeaker in her hand, right? But she's not using it. What's interesting to me about that is it a he or she? I think it's a she. It's hard to tell with the picture because the way the artwork is, it almost looks like it's a beard, but I think it's a she. I think that's just the shadow. But anyhow, doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, this person has a loudspeaker in hand, but is not using it. It's like saying you have the ability to be forceful and aggressive and those are the only words that are coming to mind right now, but forceful and aggressive and kind of in your face about things, but you choose not to be that way. It's like being a black belt martial artist, but not using it unless you absolutely have to kind of situation. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy here, but I would say there are ways. What this is telling me, though, is that there are ways to stand up for yourself. You don't have to be loud and obnoxious about it, but there is an inner certainty about who you are that needs to just be there and present and stable. And once you have that, it doesn't matter what somebody else says or does. You are there. And what they... I like I said, this sounds so much like a narcissistic kind of person in your life. Just be there. Hold your own. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything sometimes. Sometimes you do. But I think in this case, it's a matter of you just need to stand your ground and do what you need to for yourself. And not care what kind of temper tantrum this other person throws. So that's an interesting Saturday morning. I wish you luck on that one because that's some intensity going on there. But I really wish you well. And as always, may your days be full of joy. May your nights be full of peace. And I really, really hope to see you again soon.